Greetings, people of Calvary. Grace and peace to you from the one who is, who was, and is yet to come, Jesus the Christ. My name is Bob Hegdal, and on behalf of my family, my beautiful wife, and my 3 amazing children, I can't tell you how excited we are to soon be joining the family of Calvary. I've been ordained in ministry for 20 years, a trained missionary developer, and I find myself always asking the question in the midst of time, is this a moment of chronos, which the Bible would say would be ordinary time, or is this the moment of kairos, which is translated either to God's time or the right or opportune time? It's a time when God breaks into our lives, and into our world, and something new and unexpected, an unplanned moment, kind of like this one. I wish I could be meeting you all in person today, but video is the way we're doing it. And if there's a notion that video adds 10 pounds to you, I'm here to tell you, that's way off. Over the time that we've been living through this pandemic, it seems like there's been a lot of unplanned moments, especially these days with the pandemic. But those aren't the kind that I'm talking about. I mean how God shows up in surprising ways, just at the opportune moment, at least from God's perspective. And these kairos moments can happen as life's just cruising along or in the midst of the coronavirus. It's whenever God is ready. During this time, I've been ruminating over a wonderful quote by author Pat Quinn. And here's the quote for you. It says, "Be open and welcoming to unforeseen events, because those unplanned events are the seeds of spectacular opportunities in our lives." My journey of faith has certainly seen its moments of unforeseen events, unplanned moments, and spectacular opportunities all combined, including this one. But let me start at the beginning. I was born in New York, raised in the Lutheran Church, attended school, and even had a chance to play football in college. Now, remember that comment earlier about how the video adds 10 pounds? Think silverback gorilla. Then an unplanned moment happened. Being in the NFL just wasn't going to happen, and a spectacular opportunity presented itself to become a funeral director and one day have the opportunity to own my own firm. From unplanned moments and unforeseen events, spectacular opportunities emerged. As I was beginning to learn the ins and outs of the funeral business, I experienced another unplanned moment. And I believe this unplanned moment was a real kairos moment, a calling from God, as a couple of pastors got together and asked me to consider the spectacular opportunity of attending seminary. My seminary education got off to a rocky start. The route to be a pastor wasn't going to be an easy one. I had a whole new world of language that I needed to understand, so much that I needed to carry a theological dictionary with me so that I could understand the lectures from my professors. But I stuck with it, and that led to an unplanned moment. I was chosen by the ELCA, which is our denomination, to be a Horizon intern, to be placed in Philadelphia for 15 months with one of the gurus of redevelopment in the ELCA, our denomination. Recently, leaving the call I was in allowed me for yet another opportunity to explore ministry elsewhere, which was an unplanned event, but it led to the spectacular opportunity to join the staff at Calvary and to build on the great mission work and development that all of you have been doing, along with Pastor Ken in Lapeer and Pontiac, and to become part of this exciting poly-site ministry. It's a real privilege to have this opportunity to be part of such a groundbreaking ministry as Calvary enters into this new anchor church relationship with Shalom in Pinckney. It's a model for a growing and revitalizing ministry that will one day benefit not only our synod, but the larger church as well, in ways that we can't even imagine yet, because only God could have foreseen all these events for me as a pastor, or for Calvary to grow in mission, even in the midst of the pandemic, in Clarkston, White Lake, Pontiac, Lapeer, and now Pinckney. Finally, one of my favorite stories from the Bible, which also includes an unforeseen event. It's the fiery furnace story from the book of Daniel. It's about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, standing in the fire for their faith in God, yet not standing alone. God was right there with them, and what seemed like the end was, in fact, just another kairos moment of God, where God shows up and shows us that we're never alone, especially now in the midst of all that we're going through. As a new member of the team of Calvary, I'm looking forward to meeting all of you in person, embracing all the unplanned moments, unforeseen events, and spectacular moments that are ahead. Never alone, but with God and with each other, better together. God bless you all.